Hello, everyone, and welcome to this exciting course on artificial intelligence. I am really happy that you've decided to join this learning journey because you are about to explore one of the most revolutionary technologies of our generation. Before we dive into the technical concepts, let me ask you a simple question. Have you noticed how artificial intelligence seems to be everywhere today? When Netflix recommends your next favorite movie, when YouTube suggests videos you end up watching for hours, when Google Maps finds the fastest route to your destination, when Amazon recommends products based on your shopping habits, or when ChatGPT helps you write an email or solve a programming problem. All of these are examples of artificial intelligence working behind the scenes. 20 years ago, these applications seemed like science fiction. Today, they're part of our everyday life. So the obvious question is, why has AI suddenly become so popular? Why are companies investing billions of dollars into artificial intelligence today instead of 10 years ago? That is exactly what we're going to understand. Let me begin with a small story. I would love to talk about artificial intelligence so much that every time finally I decided to place a timer in front of me to remind myself to stay within 5 minutes. I think many of us can relate to this. Sometimes we open YouTube thinking, I'll just watch one educational video. An hour later, we're watching a documentary about sharks, space exploration, or ancient civilizations. Time flies when we're genuinely interested in something. Artificial intelligence has the same effect on many people, because once you begin learning about it, you keep discovering fascinating new possibilities. One of the biggest reasons is something called Moore's Law. Now don't worry if the name sounds technical. The idea behind it is actually very simple. Back in 1965, Gordon Moore observed something interesting. He noticed that the processing power of computers was doubling approximately every 18 to 24 months, while the cost remained almost the same. Let's understand this with a simple example. Imagine that today you buy a laptop for 70,000 rupees. According to Moore's Law, after about 2 years, a laptop costing the same amount would be almost twice as powerful. 2 years later, it would become even more powerful. This continuous improvement means that computers are becoming faster, smarter, and more capable of solving complex problems. Think about mobile phones. Many of us remember using keypad phones. Their main purpose was making calls and sending text messages. Today, a smartphone fits in your pocket, but it can edit videos, recognize your face, translate languages, answer questions, generate images, and even have conversations using AI. The price slightly increased in the same proportion, but the computing power has improved dramatically. That is exactly what Moore's Law explains. An important thing to understand is that computer growth is not linear, it is exponential. Let me explain the difference. Suppose you save 100 rupees every month. Your savings increase steadily. This is linear growth. Now imagine your savings doubled every month. Like for example, 100 rupees on first month, 200 rupees on second month, 400 rupees on third month, 800 rupees on fourth, 1,600 rupees on fifth, and 3,200 rupees on sixth month very quickly. The numbers become enormous. That is exponential growth. Artificial intelligence benefits from this exponential increase in computing power. As computers become faster every few years, AI systems become capable of solving problems that were impossible only a few years earlier. Comparing computer processing power with different animal brains. Years ago, the average computer had processing power roughly comparable to very simple organisms. Over time, computing power increased significantly. The important point isn't whether the comparison is exact. The message is that computers have become dramatically more powerful over the years, allowing artificial intelligence to perform tasks that once required human intelligence. This is one of the major reasons why AI has become practical today. Let's look at one of the most famous examples in AI history. For many years, chess was considered a game that required human intelligence. People believed that no computer could defeat the world's greatest chess players because chess involves planning, strategy, prediction, and decision-making. However, in 1997, IBM's Deep Blue defeated world chess champion Garry Kasparov. This victory surprised the entire world. Today, almost every smartphone has a chess application that can challenge even highly skilled players. This shows how quickly artificial intelligence has progressed. What was once considered impossible has now become an everyday reality. If chess is difficult, the game of Go is even more complex. Go has an enormous number of possible moves, making it much harder for computers to evaluate every possibility. For many years, experts believed that computers would need at least another decade before mastering this game. However, in 2016, Google's DeepMind developed AlphaGo, which defeated world champion Lee Sedol. This achievement demonstrated that artificial intelligence had reached a completely new level of decision-making and learning. You might wonder, why spend years teaching computers to play games? The answer is simple. Games provide a controlled environment where AI can safely learn through trial and error. Think about learning to drive. Before entering busy city traffic, learners first practice in empty grounds or driving simulators. Similarly, games act as practice environments for artificial intelligence. Once AI learns how to make intelligent decisions inside a game, researchers can apply those same learning techniques to solve real-world problems. One excellent example comes from Google. Google operates enormous data centers that contain thousands of servers. These servers generate a lot of heat and require powerful cooling systems. Cooling these facilities consumes huge amounts of electricity. Google used artificial intelligence to monitor and optimize the cooling process. The AI continuously analyzed temperature, workload, and energy usage, making small adjustments that humans might overlook. As a result, Google reduced the energy required for cooling by nearly 40%. Think about this in everyday life. Imagine your home's monthly electricity bill is 5,000 rupees. If AI could reduce it by 40%, your bill would become only 3,000 rupees. For one household, that is a significant saving. Now imagine the savings for a company operating thousands of computers worldwide. This example shows that artificial intelligence is not only about robots or science fiction. It helps organizations reduce costs, improve efficiency, and make better decisions. We are living during one of the biggest technological transformations in history. Artificial intelligence is already influencing healthcare, education, finance, agriculture, transportation, marketing, manufacturing, and countless other industries. Just as computer literacy became an essential skill over the past few decades, AI literacy is becoming an important skill for the future. Whether you plan to become a manager, engineer, entrepreneur, marketer, teacher, or researcher, understanding AI will help you make better decisions and adapt to changing technologies. The rapid growth of artificial intelligence is not happening by accident. It is the result of decades of improvements in computing power, better algorithms, and the availability of massive amounts of data. Today, we are at a point where AI is moving from research laboratories into our homes, workplaces, schools, hospitals, and businesses. That is why this is one of the best times to learn artificial intelligence. Throughout this course, we will not only understand how AI works, but also explore how it can be applied to solve real-world problems and create innovative solutions. So, let's begin this exciting journey together. I'll see you in the next lesson.